Flat Earth British, Martin speaking. Hi guys, good morning. It's good to see you. Getting my post out today and explaining a bit about me and my channel and what I'm doing and where I'm going. Okay. Now I'm Flat Earth British and I'm a hardcore flat earther. Okay. And I do love my flat earth, but in my mind, there's enough people chipping away at NASA. I'm in between what I'm working on, my research. I do like flat earth activism, and I work in my mind how to get it to numbers. Now, I've been joining recently with all the flat earthers, which is a hell of a buzz and brilliant for team building. Ram raids or chat raids, as they like to call them, but I like ram raids much better. It has more impact, ram. So it's making people can make loads of videos and screen capture these chat basically takeovers where 500 of us will go into a chat and come up with the truth, because there's thousands in there and they will look into it. Now I can guarantee when people are looking at that, they will go, flat earth, all these people, I want to look into it. No, that's definite. I hope, I pray, I don't know. I've been thinking about it, and obviously other people have, because it was mentioned last night. We need to evaluate whether this is going to be bad or is it going to be good. Now, obviously, we don't want to vilify ourselves, do we? Like the word out there is we're just a bunch of fucking trolls that will take over your chat and fuck your shit up, because that's not going to be good for us. Now, hopefully, maybe this should be done in waves. So, if it's constant, like, they're gonna bring in some sort of restrictions on flat earthers. I'm telling you, and that would not be good for us. That will narrow our avenues. Okay, so I think we should watch this. It's a brilliant thing, but maybe short-term hits and then come step back to evaluate the damage, if that makes any sense. In my mind, that's how it should work. I think it's good, but I think it should be watched for effect. Wait for the feedback on it. That's what I think. That's my opinion. Not that my opinion has any relevance on the movement's passage, or maybe it does. Now, just came from Poncho Pete's. Vincent B is coming over from Rotterdam, and that is awesome. So that would be really good if he comes over. I would be going over or going to see them, or hopefully if you come into my house. This is FE Hub, by the way, not the YouTuber. Flat earthers do love to come to my house, okay, and report to Martin. Now, my mail. I had an email this morning from Mr. One Princess, my friend Randall. Now, you all know Randall, hasn't been around a while. He's the purveyor of the heart map. Now, I do love the heart map. If you don't know about the heart map, I'll show you now. Now, Randall passed me a share file of his maps and pictures. Now, it took me 10 minutes to put it into a zip file, so there must be a lot. If anyone wants these, they are welcome. MattLeaker7gmail.com. They are superb. Maps and pictures. I'll show you some of them now. I wouldn't go through them because there's so many, but they're well worth having. His account's being fucked with by the powers, and they're deleting his shit. So we want his shares out there before it disappears, which is why I'm mentioning it now. Okay, so anyone wants this stuff, MattLeaker7gmail.com. Before I show you these pictures, I want to talk a little bit about understanding what's going on concerning the events of last week in Manchester and the whole paradigm of what's happening in the Flat Earth Awakening with people in it. Certain individuals that like to go on about their silly ass globe rubbish, even though all they do is talk about what they've read in a book or on the television, because they're never actually there. I love the way Jem Panda's banging on about a vacuum last night, but he's never been to outer fucking space, has he? He's only just picking up on words, but like words, talking about words. Jem Panda, write it down on a piece of paper. It's an anagram of Agenda PM or MP, but I think PM because it's Prime Minister. Agenda. So doesn't that say it all? Now, I want to explain a few things about how things work in this arena in case you don't know. Now, if anyone doesn't understand the operations of the Tavistock Institute, email me at martinleaker7gmail.com and I will send you a book by Edward Bernays. And Edward Bernays is the SAT who set this up in 1912, just before the First World War. He implemented a government program in social engineering to sway the minds of the masses against Germany for the oncoming war. Now, this technology or these techniques have been used probably since Elizabethan times, if it existed. The works of Edward Bernays are profound, and they engineer the world you see around you. Now, what I'm talking about is fashion trends, the way the music changes and the fashions reflect it, as in going from the teddy boy eras of the 1950s into the hippie era of the 60s. It's all their engineering. Okay. Okay, people like the hippie movement was led by people like Abbie Hoffman or Timothy Leary, who were government. Okay, they were agents. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. You have Timothy Leary telling everyone to tune in and drop out. Fucking awesome. If you tune in and drop out, then you're going to end up on the street of Haight-Ashbury, probably on the game. This is not good advice. Obviously, we know that the demonic system and the education system is naff, but unfortunately, they've set up it. You can't have shit without it, can you? So, Edward Bernays and the Tavistock Institute. The Tavistock Institute is in London and it's still very much there today, and they have outlets all across the plain. Now, what they do is they structure and they engineer the world you see around you. Like, that's why it's called social engineering. They bring in the paradigms of fear, so that Cold War, that is evolutionary bullshit. Okay, I am not from a monkey. A monkey is still a monkey, not a monkey, or our distant relatives, the Neanderthal. Okay, now coupled with evolution, we got our Big Bang Theory, haven't we? Where we come from nothing, and all of this universe they say is there, which I've never seen, by the way, or none of us ever have outside of their pictures. Okay, that universe out there has all come from a little tiny speck of singularity, something out of nothing. So this is the works of Lawrence Krauss and Richard Dawkins, who are Satanists. I look in the eyes of Richard Krauss and I see the devil. Okay, these people are fucking profoundly evil. Okay, and they permeate this lie of evolution, Big Bang. Why Big Bang is such a big deal is they're saying that everything sort of coalesced, these worlds and these suns are born, and out of this consciousness arrives. Well, I'm afraid consciousness was here first and all the time. Consciousness is eternal. It does not ever go. Our spirit inside our bodies do not die. Okay, we're already eternal. Whatever has happened to us, they put us in these bodies. We're trapped in a really, really bad sixth sense, in my case, sixth sense deprivation, as far as I can see. Look at what a snake sense with his tongue, or an ant, with pheromones. There are other animals can see so much more outside of the visible light spectrum. We don't see. Now, go back to the Tavistock Institute. So is it possible that the Tavistock Institute could put people in the flat earth movement to fuck with us? And they would come from a globe aspect, wouldn't they? So have a little think about the people that turn up every day, get up every day, and their main job of the day, they don't have to go to work, mind. The main thing of the day is coming online and debating their globe bullshit, using bullshit that they can never prove to argue with the flat earthers. There's something deeply wrong there, guys. Work it out in your minds. I'll pass you that book. If you don't believe the Tavistock Institute social engineering programs are a real thing, well, I'm afraid you're fast asleep. This is not a conspiracy. This is a reality. I can pass you the books, all of the books I've got on social engineering. It goes deeper than you can possibly imagine. Okay, and I know all the details. And understanding the social engineering program will give you a good idea as to what is going on at the moment in the world, as in agenda God knows what by now. Okay, they haven't got good intentions for point, guys. I'm not being a scaremonger, I'm just telling you the truth. Okay, we need to wake up to the game, and understanding social engineering will give you a good idea. Okay, I'm going to show you these pictures from Randall. They are superb. Okay, now share and copy before I get deleted. I am under attack. Well, I hope you're all right there, Randall. If you need anything, martinleaker7gmail.com. I'm here for you. You know that, obviously, because you just sent me these. Now look at these maps here. In fact, I've never seen one of them on top. Excellent evidence of chemtrailing, which I photographed myself. Crepuscular rays. Them unusual orby clouds that just hang down like a, I'm not going to say. Wow. So you can see the type of thing. He's passed me here, guys. Hope you can hear me all right. I made the recording yesterday, but the volume went a bit shit, so I have to not. What's going on here? The Last Supper. He looks a bit relaxed. Anyway, so these are oogles and oogles of Randall's stuff. Now, if he's giving it to me to share, then evidently I can give him out. There's old Werner, who's in a suit, and he's not really. He's got a badge of the Nazi Party, but he's not in uniform there, is he? So he's just an engineer, isn't he? There. So all of this, Randall has sent me. I got a file of Randall's stuff. He sends me a lot, but this is the best yet. Check it out, guys. Right, now, this post is concerning, apart from the Tavistock Institute and Randall's pictures. That's nice. It's like that, isn't it? I want to show you some more pictures. I had a hangout yesterday with my very good friend, Sergio Modsev in Russia, and we're working together on breaking down this historical timeline. Now, with me, as I said, there's other people out there to break down space and that. So I'm gonna focus on something that I'm understanding. I'm not gonna do this and prove the curve or the absence of the curve. because I don't need to. I was using the Merchant Navy, and there's no curve to prove. Okay, if I go to the end of this street here, where I live, I can see a thing called Macon Mountain. Well, Macon Mountain is north of Newport, my neighbouring city. So from where I'm standing, it's pretty much sea level. Actually, it's 90 foot above, but we'll just imagine it's sea level for the argument's sake. Macon Mountain, from where I am, is 20 miles, guys. 60 miles over 6 miles. Wow, that's a fair bit of ball that should be just there. So obviously, just walking around in my normal day. Wait till I get on the coast. Woof, you can see Severn Bridge from my coast in Cardiff, or on the end of this pier called Penarth Pier, which is 29 mile away, which is obviously well below their bore horizon line, which is bullshit, by the way, which I can honestly say from my years at sea. This horizon line really does depend on the atmospheric conditions, the storms, the sea, the swell. But you can bring any ship in on the distance horizon with a good pair of optics. The only thing that limits you is your strength of your optics. It will always bring the ship back into view. Okay, guys? Sick of arguing this point. There is no curve. There's no observable curve. Water always finds its level. Water is flat. Their plane, this part of the plane, is 72% water, aka it's flat. Thank you for these, Randall. So if anyone wants this really juicy shit, I suggest you email me, okay? martinleague7@gmail.com, and you can have all these pictures. I'll send it to you in a file. Okay. If you have to wait a little bit, because obviously I'm working through my stuff and I have a fair bit of it. Okay. Now, my meeting on my hangout yesterday with Serge, we discussed these buildings in near antiquity. Okay. Now, oh damn, this was passed to me. It's part of the thing called Live Journal, and I want you to take a look at these pictures, guys, please. Now, this is the expos that were in Chicago, Paris, in the 1870s. That's a narrow gauge railway, I think. Okay. Now, what happened to all the expos is a fire happened to them all. The one in the UK, Crystal Palace, burnt down. I have the pictures. The one in Paris, the same. Chicago, the same. Philadelphia, the same. San Francisco, well, they put it up after, they say, the earthquake, but it no longer exists. None of it exists. There's not one atom of any of the expos existing today. They wiped all of it away. Why? You telling me these made of solid stone, okay? An bridge which got big faces on it. Look at it, big faces. And all of this architecture has been just demolished and wiped away. Now, what we propose, guys, is this similar theme you will see all over the plane. These crystal palaces, these you will see in any European city or any city in the Western world. You will see these columns and these minarets. Now, I want you to take note of the architecture here, guys. Now, bear in mind, all of this has been flat. None of it exists anymore. Why is my question. What I'm proposing is this is remnant of a recent culture, a recent civilization with advanced technology and the same style of architecture across the plane. The same people that give us all of these Neolithic stones and these structures, the same culture, and some cataclysm has come on them, or behold them, and they were covered in silt, and they have made these buildings rise. These buildings are all buried on other cities below, but none of this exists. And I know that Victorian buildings do get demolished, but if you think about London's skyline, I'm sure you can, of the 1870s, I'm sure you wouldn't tell it apart from today's, with the Houses of Parliament and Tower Bridge and the like. The Tower Bridge had just been completed, but it was still there. All of that gone. Sorry, there's something wrong here. That has got the dimensions of the Taj Mahal. If you were standing over here somewhere, you wouldn't be able to make this out. If you were standing over here, you wouldn't either. You have to be exactly to stand here for these to be like that. So very clever and also very ornate. But look at that, please. Now, why in the hell would they knock this stuff down? Even if it was burnt, the stone structure wouldn't be burnt. They would be able to, like they did with the restruct, like they did with the Reichstag, just gut them out and make them pretty again. There's no way this is ringing true to my mind. Why are all the expos, excuse me, I just clipped my hang on, just come from a show. Look at that, guys, it's stunning. Wow. So that is the style of architecture that you will see in St. Petersburg or Moscow or anywhere in Budapest or any of these places. You'll see the same style of Knish and architecture. This is solid stone, guys, all gone. There's got to be some questions there. Why? Look at this place. Well, that could be the entrance to the Nord Gare in Paris, couldn't it? Looks exactly the same. And these minarets, these could be the Kremlin. And look at that dome. Well, that could be in Istanbul or Russia or pretty much anywhere. It's the same theme. Who introduced this theme? Well, there was a guy called, I've been looking it up, I've been doing research. Daniel Hudson was the architect, apparently responsible partly for some of this restoration. Okay, but I've got serious questions in my mind as why they would knock this shit down and every one of them afire. Insurance purposes? I don't really think so, guys. I really don't. Every city, major city, had an expo. Now, there must be a reason for an expo. To show off what? Or was there something else going on? You're telling me they knocked that building down? Yes, they did. They set a fire, took it out, guys. Same here. Now, look at this lighthouse, guys. Have you ever seen anything like that? Oh, my God. You see what I mean, guys? All gone. Right, that there, okay? Now, 1870, this photo. So where are they exactly taking that photo? Up the Eiffel Tower? I don't know. There's no airplanes at that time. Balloons, yes. But maybe the age of photography excuse me, is a lie. I have the first ever photograph taken. Can't remember the guy's name now. And it was taken in the early 1800s. They're in old-fashioned clothes, pretty much like Napoleonic clothes. The guy's got his hand in his coat, which indicates that he's a Freemason. So can we trust it? Can we trust the age of that photograph? Or is it older? Are they lying? Now look at that, guys. That could be Rotterdam. That could be the town hall at Bruges, couldn't it? Have you ever seen that? It looks very much like this. So similar theme again. All gone. Knocked down. All gone. All gone. Every expo. Now that there could be a castle where I live called St. Faggots Castle. That could be any British stately home. But it's not. It's a rebuild. There's the Union Jack flying, but not a rebuild. We don't know where it's coming from, but they demolished a whole lot. Every expo's disappeared off the face of the earth. Look at that, guys. The only remnants of the Crystal Palace in London is a place called Kew Gardens. There's a small bit of Crystal Palace left there. Don't know much of the original expo is there, though. Look at that, guys. Does that make sense? They would knock that down. Even that embankment on the River Seine there, would they knock that down? Why would they knock it down? Yeah. Okay. They're called Exposition. Okay, take a look on Google for yourself. That's a Crystal Palace, but that's on the banks of the Seine. A lot smaller. Our one was in London. I'll show you it now. Was like a Crystal Palace, but not the football team, please. Okay, images. So here's the Crystal Palace. This was the one in the UK. Now I'll give you an idea of the size of this, guys. That's the expo. That's outside it. Yeah, look at the size. It's made in steel and glass, and it burned down. Here it is after the event. Nothing left. And what was inside it? Tesla tech, stuff like that. The ongoing technology that was going to take us into the big new future. Here it is there. Quite something, isn't it? Gone. That is it after. Nothing left. I've got questions for that, guys. So that's something for you to look at. I've got plenty other stuff I'm working on. I've been looking into Brunel and his work. This Great Eastern. The Great Eastern was the biggest ship that ever sailed in the Victorian era. It took him a hell of a lot of time to get it built. Had no trouble. People died. The children died inside the hull because they were used as riveters. There she is. Now, it is a bit of a link between this and the flat Earth because this year laid the first Atlantic underground cable to America. These vast chains, can you just see the size on them to people and the size on the Great Eastern to people? Now, there's something going on with the propeller. The propeller was a screw system. It was the first of its type in the world, copied later by ships called the Lusitania and the Mauritania, okay? Now, they eventually got her out to sea, but it took, I think, about a year to get her out because these chains, although they were vast and incredible, there's Brunel standing there. He died of a stroke after having his photograph taken in front of these chains, the story goes. But Isambard Kingdom Brunel's father was partner and worked with Gustave Eiffel. Isambard Kingdom Brunel's father was a Frenchman, and he was partner with him, Eiffel, who gave America Statue of Liberty. Paris has a Statue of Liberty and the Eiffel Tower. Here's Brunel again. Just get some idea of the size of this ship, guys. And it was a failure. They'd done a few crossings of the Atlantic, run into trouble. Wow, there's the engines. Oh my. Run into trouble financially, and then she spent the last of her life on the banks of the Mersey, a rusted old ship. Really, really sad. Eventually, she was broken down, put to scratch. It's really strange why the greatest ship to ever sail the seas in the Victorian era would be left on the banks of the Mersey to rot. See, I got questions with that. You know, something so historical, something of Brunel's, yet, look at the pictures of the propellers, yet they broke it down and no longer exists. The reason being is because they're hiding shit. Now, the sluice gates onto the Thames are still there. You can go to this place and find this, and they is where the Great Eastern run down into the river. Quite amazing. I would like to see that for my own eyes. Parts of the Great Eastern Ram. Very, very interesting to myself. They're still there, evidence of it. And this is basically because the river has receded back quite a way. These were the launch woods that the ship would stay on. But unfortunately, the other side of that field is now the bank of the Thames. It was a lot wider back then. Very interesting indeed to myself. Okay, I'm going to be leaving it at that, guys. I hope I give you something to think about. So that's what Martin Leaker, Flat Earth British, is going to be doing now. He's going to be picking at the historical timeline. And basically anything that comes across my path that I find of interest. This isn't bad. Yeah, story goes, he had a nasty case of a sexually transmitted disease. I think it was syphilis, and that caused his brain to rot and give him all sorts of problems. Now there he is. Just after this photo, it's in A4. No, don't be bothering with that. After this photo, he has a heart attack. But again, this year, his arm in his coat is not just indicative of the Victorian style, it's a message that he is indeed a Freemason. Okay, which is obvious because of extreme funding for folly constantly with Gary. Okay, interesting, eh? So that's what we're looking into. Myself and Serge, I'm going to be hopefully having him on my show soon. And we're going to be covering some of this stuff at very deep detail. Okay, guys, just giving you a summary here. Don't want to go into too much detail, okay? Because there's a lot to come up with this. Okay, stop sharing. That's me. Okay, thanks, guys. I'm going to be leaving it at that today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope the volume is okay. My mouth tends to go out to sync once I screen share. I do not know. I'm on the sync tomorrow. No, Friday. I will be on Flat Friday with Robert Doomweaver. I will put a link in the description spot with Effie Chris Jackson. Yay! Who is a real cool flat earther British guy who's just been in the scene a little while, but he's well knowledgeable. Okay, so that's Effie Chris Jackson, and there's another guy who worked for IBM for years, and he's got some brain blowing stuff. So catch me there. I am part of the Doomweaver thing, so I'll be on there. I will be popping probably on the Dells, maybe Saturday. I know a word with him anyway. And Monday, hopefully things go well, I will be ringing America Land to the city of Boston, Massachusetts, and wait for it, Tommy. I'm coming for you. Okay, with flat Earth wisdom and truth. Okay. I'm leaving it at that, guys. I'm going to go and shoot off and do my thing. I am needed. Okay. Peace to you all. Peace, love, and gratitude. If you're not grateful, you won't get anything else. Okay. And be good. Look after one another. It's very important. Okay. Mind what I said about the Tavistock Institute. This is not a conspiracy made up by a conspiracy theorist. This is a reality. Okay. That this is out in the public arena. Everyone knows about the Tavistock Institute. Just Google it, and it will tell you exactly what it does with society. It can't be ignored, especially if it's real. Anyway, just saying, they're in this and they fuck with us. Just be aware, guys, please. Okay. Peace to you all. Oh, I've got chat, have I? Let's have a look. I didn't realise I was live. Have I got anyone there? Oh, I got 57 people. Vinny, I was just thinking about you. If you can't come down, I will get a train and come up to Grimsby. I would so have an awesome day with Vinny and Pete. Can you imagine us lot together, guys? Can you imagine how cool that would be? So, thing is then, right, guys, it's I was recording and I thought it was set on private. I didn't even realise you lot were there. So, I'll basically put the details in. Randall, it doesn't involve drinking pee, does it? Randall, I've never drunk piss in my life. I couldn't do that fucking shit if I was paid. I'm sure there's a medical prop to it. I'm aware that there are properties, and if I did have a problem like some sort of incurable disease, I'm sure I would give it a fucking go. Randall, man, I've missed you, brother. I have missed you. I was thinking of you the other day. Antonio Subarat, coming to the Blackpool meet. It's Anthony Riley, isn't it? I would love to go to Blackpool. I had a word last night about it as well. I love Blackpool. The lights of the business. I would love to go. Yeah, hopefully, Ant. I'll see. I wanted to go to a meet. I think meets are important. I was thinking about it yesterday. Is it free, my brother? If by the slight chance that they pull a plug on the internet, for example, if they censor us the way they censor China, okay, they censor the information, which is getting to be happening. If they're trying to take away Randall stuff and they're at war with Martin, YouTube. Now, what I believe, right, is meets are important. I believe that we should meet because we can talk off camera. You can take the batteries out of our phones and we can discuss the next step with this. I've never spoken to Anthony Riley, Antonio. I've tried to, but he doesn't know me really. But maybe next time I'm there, somebody could introduce me. I watch his show all the time, and I know he's very knowledgeable. Hi, Mark. Good to see you. Yeah, they could censor it. This could be coming. They could do anything. I'm not saying the MP burst, guys. We have no evidence of that's a reality on a massive scale outside of the Carrington event. And if you look into the Carrington event that happened in the 1850s in America, which apparently knocked out all the telegraph in America, but when you dig into it, the information is coming from them again. So I have no cast iron proof that the Carrington event really happened, or that EMP blasts can knock out entire grids. Now, Britain has got a thing in place that if we did have an EMP blast, which they would say would come from a gamma ray, it would flatten out or burn out all capacitors on the plane, and then it would take a generation to put them all back, and we would be tumbled into the Stone Age. Is bullshit. It's the same old thing. It's them again. It's the Tavistock Institute operation again. None of that is a reality, guys. Believe me, trust me on this. Show the link if you can get a chance. Yeah, I'll put this link for, if I can, for Randall's exceptionally good video pictures. Now, he always gives me stuff like this, guys. I got a wicked Randall collection. When is it, Antonio? It would be a really good place for tests up top of the Blackpool Tower. I've been up there. It is incredible. That's share link for Randall's photographs. I've just put in chat, guys. If you could get that for yourself. They are well worth downloading. I hope your foot's all right, Padawan. Yeah, come up, brother. If all of us go, it'll be really wicked. Okay, Wendy, it's my pleasure. Yeah, as I said, I didn't even know. Look at my details on my video. I just put flat in British in. I didn't even know I was live, but I am happy to be here. Shroomy, my brother. Good to see you. Yeah, I just watched a video by They Lie Ohio, and he's up on the top. He's showing you where he's working, and he's doing brick stonework. He's putting the joints in the stonework, redoing them. And then you look, and he's at the top of a skyscraper, looking down. No way, Jose, I would do that. I'm glad he said that. Yeah, Shroomy brings the magic, and a few people got their different gifts. I noticed when Pete's around, he brings this big thing of love and happiness through the movement. I find. I bet it'd be like that in real life. He's got a real gift there for happiness. Who wakes up in the morning and has a sing anyway? I do anyway. Yes, I was a bit ill this morning. I think about the food poisoning actually. I don't get ill, but I had a really bad morning from 6 o'clock onwards till about 9 o'clock this morning, where somebody was banging shit out of my door, but I thought it might have been like police, so I didn't bother answering just in case they all came in. So and I was ill. And I'm much better now. And what happened? The Cheeky Ninja, my favourite ever musician. Saturday the 8th of July. I might be able to do this, Antonio. It's a hell of a trip, but it's not too far past Manchester, is it? It's one stop past, so it's not that far, really. Yeah, I'm on the coconut oil constantly, JT. I got my mother on coconut water. I had advice of Lady Ganja, who you usually know is a nurse, to give her ginkgo. Now, I'm not really familiar with this ginkgo plant, but apparently in Hiroshima, after the apparent nuke went off, the only tree that existed on ground zero was a Genko tree, and the properties of this are supposed to be amazing. So I'm pouring in the turmeric because my mother's got bout of dementia. Apparently that's water on the brain. Apparently coconut water reverses that. Turmeric, pour it in anything, sprinkle it on your salad. Doesn't even matter as long as you get it in your system. Also, this green ginkgo plant is absolutely superb. Camping, yeah, I know the campsite in Blackpool. I've been there. Also, what I'm taking now, I know it sounds ridiculous, and why is Martin showing you? But these are sweets called Parma Violet. We sell them in the UK. They're only 15p or 10 cents, literally. Now, they have pure magnesium. The taste you taste is magnesium. And when you look on them, they got absolutely no additives, no chemicals, just natural sugars, no saccharin, natural sugars, and magnesium carbonate. So that is an excellent source of magnesium. And magnesium, they are keeping out of the foods. If you look for trace magnesium in any of the foods that's meant to have it in there, you'll find they're keeping trace magnesium out, same as turmeric. You've got to go to, sort of an Indian retailers or something around here to get turmeric. They won't just have it in your normal corner shop. They hide the stuff. They mix it in a curry powder, but they won't sell you just turmeric. So get hold of these things. Start pouring them into yourself, guys. These medicines or these things are available to us for alternative health. So before I wrap this up, because basically it's 3 o'clock and I got to get on. People need me. What's that? Natural Animal surgeons just stay cover for poison. Yes, indeed. Keep Big Pharma happy and afloat. Unfortunately, I got a nephew that works in Big Pharma. He's also a doctor. His job is when medicines kill people, they get taken off the counter. They go back to the lab, and he has to tweak them and find out what went wrong. Interesting job, eh? He's doing it in Melbourne now at the moment. Oh, he's home. Okay. So all the things are happening. There was a meet coming up. Hopefully, I'm going to go to Vinny. I'll just show Antonio while he's here. My crazy pictures, Antonio. Now, each one of these had a profile of a flat earther, because basically I'm mostly talking to a flat earther when or flat earthers when I draw them. So it's a sort of a psychological picture of people's minds. I won't tell you which flat earther is which. There's not much happening on there. That is actually a pineal gland. You see it? Pineal gland? Crazy Martin showing you his crazy pics. Okay, that's my other crazy pic. Guess who that is? No, you'll never guess anyway. Mixed magnesium carbonate from liquid form. Yeah, get it in you. Anybody get this magnesium in you, you just get healthier and healthier. I know I'm not don't look the pinnacle of health, but put it in perspective, guys. I don't get it. I know my body's frequency. I'm at the age now where I've got in tune with my body to such an extent that I will, when it needs something, it will tell me what chemical it was. I will know by basically if it's a savoury taste, I will know that I need something on that or sweet that. And I also purge. I also start myself maybe 1-2 days a week, so my body can detoxify itself, because food is in fact quite poisonous to us. You can't have it in massive amounts, and I eat really heavy. I'm like got tapeworm, and I got to keep it fed. If you're hungry, tapeworm. So my crazy ass artwork. Check that out. He's not a happy son, is he? That's Nick Funky at work, by the way. Yeah. Make sure read all comments before leaving here for the first minute. Okay, I will do, definitely. Anyway, Martin's crazy artwork. Give you some idea of what he does when he's thinking about flat earth stuff. I only do it because music, I'm practicing on bass guitar, reading is vital, and pictures are vital to link both hemispheres of my brain. I'm trying to create new synapses. You can. The elasticity of the brain is an incredible science. All you need to do is music, timing, art is brilliant, drawing, I'm no good, but it does this thing where both hemispheres of the brain will literally create new synapses for what we need in life. So that's what I do. Now, let me read these comments back a bit, because Randall said I've missed something. Let's have a look. Dumpty 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 dum, dumpty dumpty dum. I hope you all have a really good day today. So what do you think, guys? While you're all here, can you give me some advice about, do you think ram raiding is going to give us a bad name or not? No, I really love it. I think it's an awesome idea, but I'm a bit worried in case they give us basically, what if that's out there now in the arena, in the YouTube, yeah, that oh shit, they come 500 strong and just take over your chat. Hopefully that's not going to give us a bad name, but I would like to know what the balls. Thank you, Mark. Okay, I felt it last night. I don't like ram raiding myself. Okay, no, I did enjoy it, but I did. I'm going to put them in an album. Okay, I will do. I got more than that. I got a load stacked on it. I got a thick pad of artwork there. I was going to colour them in, but black and white. Martin, if you can pick up on the way back, Blackpool. Oh, would you? Well, if you could, Padawan, I'm here. Anything like that would be awesome. Slideshow. Yeah, okay. I won't be angry. I gotta go out soon, Randall. This is a problem. Our phone's gonna ring any second. I was supposed to be somewhere an hour ago. I was gonna upload this quick. I was set it on private. I didn't even know anyone was here. No. The only thing is, I think it is a good thing, the ram raiding. Obviously, when you've got 12,000 people looking at it, they're gonna look at it. But like I said, I don't want us vilified. I think we need to step back, see how the feedback on this is, and go in waves. If this is just going to be every day, then every day when I put on my computer, it's going to be all the main flat earthers posting clips of some shitty game like Resident Evil, some pillar playing Resident Evil, saying, oh, the flat earthers have taken over my chat, because I don't want my my recommendations full of that every day. I was there. So that's my opinion. I think it's a real good thing, but we have to be very careful with this. We don't want to vilify ourselves and make ourselves look basically there is a word for this. I think it's called cyberbullying. It could be construed from not my perspective, from a globe believer's perspective. 500 people turning up in a show could be construed as organized cyberbullying, guys. They could say that. We just need to be careful. Okay, I think it's a good thing, and I really, last night we must have reached 50,000 years. Okay, 50,000 people in all of those chat feeds, which a good percentage might have looked looked at it. But I've got a feeling if you're into Resident Evil and you're a computer game person, you're not really going to have the mind to get into Flat Earth. Maybe that's wasted on them, because they were all really brain dead, weren't they? Did you see them in chat, what they were saying? Oh, God almighty. It's flat. Sort of attitude, which was really shit. So, yeah, it's good, but I'll have a word with him, Shroom. Don't worry. It's because you do silly spam shit. See, don't bully. He just tries to do his best for all of us. Teach me a lesson, Shroom. I'll have a word. Don't worry. I haven't got a lighter going. This is my problem, right? I'm trying to find a lighter. Yeah, I know. Oh, damn. Hey. I'll just give my mother a lighter a minute. And Mr. Universe, silly spam shit is awesome. Oh, I loved it, Mr. Universe. I was buzzing last night. It was like a night out, you know, and I think it's good for team building as well, because what I noticed, you know, 500 of us and we were all together, you know, and the people were involved in it. Like you had Odd TV teamed up with Dread, and I really love the guys. You know, Dread is just awesome. Have you watched my last post? I was in a hangout 2 days ago with Bo Sanchez, and there was this war hero on there, man. He was being in Vietnam. Oh my God. I did put a link in my last video. Check it out on Bro Sanchez, this guy. It wasn't Flat Earth. Like, we did ask him, but he's not interested in a conspiracy, and who can blame him? But he stuck in my mind what he told us. You know, he was getting upset. It was so powerful, guys. And it was on Memorial Day as well. So, whatever in America. Our version of Poppy Day. On a plane, hey, baby. Night Angel, hey, babe. I keep the candle burning, all right? Keep the light on, okay? If you've got a dark room and you walk in with a light, what happens? Darkness disappears. And that's what we need to do. Oh, I'm glad you agreed with me, Mark. I was thinking this alone. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying we should watch what we're doing. We don't want to make ourselves looking criminal and everyone dislike us before we've actually got anywhere, because that is a definite danger right now, I think. Basically, be the word across the internet and out there in the ether, the Flat Earthers just come bullying or something, or forcing, which is, from global perspective, a danger. I may be wrong, but that's what I feel. Okay. Hey, Stan. Yeah, same here, Stan. I went to bed at 4 or 5 o'clock this morning and woke up at 9 or 10, 11 o'clock, but I was ill all morning. I'm going to have a great day. I bought a bike day before yesterday. Number 5. So if this gets stolen, I'm going to get in contact with the Guinness Book of Records, because that would be a world record. But I bought a titanium chain, and it weighs a ton. Beautiful weapon. I made of titanium, and I need a padlock to basically be as strong as titanium chain for my new bike. So I'm going to go up and have a ride now. It's not raining. It's a lovely day. I'm going to help some people. This is what I do. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. How many's in my chat room? 50 people? Oh my God, guys. Who six down me? Is that fucking Tim and his gang of fucking gimps loitering around my fucking channel, dirty and shit on there, is it? So I'm coming for you guys. And Agenda. And then Antonio said once in one of his shows, he said, Gem Panzer, maybe it's an anagram or something. I thought maybe it is. I got pen and paper. It came up. Agenda PM. I think there might be a message in that, guys. Like, as in the agenda bit. Just be careful, guys, please. They are achieving nothing. None of them. Not one of them. There's something wrong with a lot of it. Okay? Just be careful. Heed my words. You remember? Agenda. Take a pen up. Udit Baz Shalom. Oh, this lovely lady, Udit. She's from the lovely country of Israel, and she's beautiful. And she's my friend. And Mr. Nobody, he's my new Man Friday. In you, Mr. Nobody. Gem Panzer is an anagram for cunt. Indeed, John Watson. Hi Tony, I emailed Tricia yesterday. Did you? Cool. Well, I'll put that link in there once more for you. These Randall pictures, believe me, guys, Randall has the juice. Okay, there's another one there. If you want to capture that, guys, download it for yourself. It takes a couple of minutes. It comes in a WinRAR or a zip file, but every one of them are really cool. And Randall's maps, you know, every time Randall sends me maps, I've never seen any of them before. Okay, and I'm not really necessarily thinking that the heart map is not closer to what's going on. The heart map is very intriguing, and if you look into like Perry Reese's early maps, you know, they project a heart shape. So, and with the magnetic declination going on and Cammy's map and everything else, it could well be heart-shaped map. So yeah, thank you for coming, Judith. It's really nice. I'm glad to see you on Facebook as well. So anybody needs me, guys, mattleaker7gmail.com. I'm going to drop out now. I got to get on. I'm being heckled in my mind. I can feel it. And I got to just update my data and put my links in the descriptions box before I go. It'll be okay. See you Friday, Robert. I'll put a link in the descriptions box. I'll be on Doomweaver's show on Friday. today. Robert, you got some good guests. Got Robert, got Eddie Chris Jackson. If you don't know him, he goes on Jamie Brown's show sometimes, another hangout. I think he's been on that Auntie Riley's, who I've met yet. Hiya Timaeus, something brother. I like your Rome stuff. I think it's more recent though, that Rome stuff, I'm really, really thinking it's recent. Yeah, I'm gonna have a nice ride. I do. It's a nice bike. It's quite smooth too. Raced by gypsies. This afternoon, your brother is free in the afternoon, and I gotta go and save the day. I've got nothing yet. I haven't eaten yet. Still on my morning coffee. No, I won't spill it on my computer. Okay, you know where I am, Padawan. All right, brother. I ain't far away. I got you linked up anyway. Okay. I'm gonna fuck off. I hope the volume is okay because I don't really know. I couldn't check it, and I didn't even know I was going out live because I'm such a numpty. I just came on my screen and looked down, and it said 50 odd viewers. I thought, oh, I forgot to set it to private. Good job I didn't fuck it up and switch it off. I don't do that anyway. I just go with it. Go with the flow. It's just a ride, guys. Billick's new all the time. It's just a ride. It's just a ride. Okay. They make it out something that is not. We're basically forced on this plane for a short period of time. The story of life is quicker than a blink of an eye. The story of love is hello, goodbye. So we meet again. I'll see you later. Okay. Be good. See you on the scene.